This video uses the Good News Translation Bible. The video starts with chapter 1 to 9 of Proverbs with selected verses therein. Okay, here we'll start. Chapter 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David and king of Israel. Verse 2. Here are proverbs that will help you recognize wisdom and good advice and understand sayings with deep meaning. Verse 3. They can teach you how to live intelligently and how to be honest, just, and fair. Verse 4. They can make an inexperienced person clever and teach young people to be resourceful. Verse 5. These proverbs can even add to the knowledge of the wise and give guidance to the educated. Verse 6. So that they can understand the hidden meanings of proverbs and the problems that the wise raise.
So our United States law pervades all parts of our society, and that, I say, is a good thing.
Verse 8 through 9. My child, pay attention to what your father and mother tell you. Their teaching will improve your character as a handsome turban or a necklace improves your appearance. Verse 13. Well, find all kinds of riches and fill our houses with loot. Verse 18. But people like that are setting a trap for themselves, a trap in which they will die. Robbery always claims the life of the robber. This is what happens to anyone who lives by violence. Verse 20. Listen, wisdom is calling out in the marketplaces, calling loudly at the city gates and wherever people come together.
Hey, look at me, everyone. I am wisdom. I am calling out to you to come and learn from me. Here, I dance with my lovely wisdom t-shirt on.
Chapter 3, verse 9. If you do, your barns will be filled with grain, and you will have too much wine to store it all. Verse 13 through 15. Happy is anyone who becomes wise, who comes to have understanding. There is more profit in it than there is in silver. It is worth more to you than gold. Wisdom is more valuable than jewels. Nothing you could want can compare with it. Verse 19. The Lord created the earth by his wisdom. By his knowledge, he set the sky in place. Verse 20. His wisdom caused the rivers to flow and the clouds to give rain to the earth. Verse 21 to 24. Verse 21 to 24. My child, hold on to your wisdom and insight. Never let them get away from you. They will provide you with life, a pleasant and happy life. You can go safely on your way and never even stumble. You will not be afraid when you go to bed, and you will sleep soundly through the night. Chapter 4, verse 11 through 13. I have taught you wisdom and the right way to live. Nothing will stand in your way if you walk wisely, and you will not stumble when you run. Always remember what you have learned. Your education is your life guarded well. Chapter 6, verse 1 through 5. My child, have you promised to be responsible for someone else's debts? Have you been caught by your own words, trapped by your own promises? Well then, my child, you are in that person's power, but this is how to get out of it. Hurry to him and beg him to release you. While this is not a Bible verse, it probably would be better to be debt-free rather than deed-free. Don't let yourself go to sleep or even stop to rest. Get out of the trap like a bird or a deer escaping from a hunter. Verse 6 through 8. Lazy people should learn a lesson from the way ants live. 7. They have no leader, chief, or ruler, but they store up their food during the summer, getting ready for winter. Verse 16 through 19. There are 7 things that the Lord hates and cannot tolerate: a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that kill innocent people, a mind that thinks up wicked plans, feet that hurry off to do evil, a witness who tells one lie after another.
But I've told you everything I know. Why would you think I'm lying about this?
But I'm telling you the truth. Why would you think I am lying about this or anything else?
And someone who stirs up trouble among friends. Chapter 8, 15 through 16. I help kings to govern and rulers to make good laws. Every ruler on earth governs with my help, officials and nobles alike. Verse 24 through 29. I was born before the oceans, when there were no springs of water. I was born before the mountains, before the hills were set in place, before God made the earth and its fields, or even the first handful of soil. I was there when he set the sky in place, when he stretched the horizon across the ocean, when he placed the clouds in the sky, when he opened the springs of the ocean, and ordered the waters of the sea to rise no further than he said. Chapter 9, verse 1 through 6. Wisdom has built her house and made 7 columns for it. She has had an animal killed for a feast, mixed spices in the wine, and set the table. She has sent her servant women to call out from the highest place in town, "Come in, ignorant people." And to the foolish, she says, "Come eat my food and drink the wine that I have mixed." Leave the company of ignorant people and live. Here is a young lady in a pretty blue dress who looks rather familiar. She tells her servant women to mix the spices into the wine, set the table, and to invite people to this fancy dinner. While she waits, she talks to her friends, drinking cordials. She then puts something mysterious onto the turkey platter and then sits down in the chair, then picks up a rather large crystal wine goblet and walks out of scene. Oh, now it's the handsome man in the black suit and bow tie to leave as he carries his 2 cordials and leaves the scene. Here are some other fancy dinner parties with people, food and drink, seemingly having a good time.